love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give it up. Don't be scared. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give it up. Don't be scared.
This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title, we gonna talk about it. Hey, but first, do me a favor, hit that like, and if you're new, hit that subscribe. It means it's free to you, but it means a lot to me. Hey, man, I don't know what just happened. Can y'all hear me? Something freaky just happened on my end. My screen wasn't moving. I'm looking at the video on my phone, but the one on my computer wasn't even moving. Thumbs up. That means you can hear me. Hold on. Okay, we good to go. All right. So yeah, let me get into the chat real quick. Nene sis, what up, though? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hey man, shout out to Nene Loyal. Appreciate you, sis. Anti, what up, nine? What up, nine? Mr. Gary, bust it down. Brown, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Tay, what up, sis? The nine is complete. Shout out to the nine. Hey, man. We got playlists on our channel. We did completion of the nine series yesterday. It was dope. So go check that out. You can check it out on my channel, Tay channel, or Anti channel. Definitely check all three of them out. Definitely worth it. Lady Shay, what up, though? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, Lady Shay. Hey, you got an IG, sis? Hey, let us know if you got an IG. Hey, shout out to Lady Shay. Make sure y'all checking everybody out in the chat. Gary got a good channel. Lady Shay got a good channel. You already know what's up with the nine. We appreciate you. But yeah, just definitely check everybody out. Yeah, so this is something new I want to do, right? Call a word with the word, right? So I'm gonna start picking words with concepts and understandings and different meanings, and we go rock through them. We go understand them and see how they apply or if they fly. So the first word I want to start with, as you can see on the thumbnail, and this is something we talked about last night in the after show. We got into this. Me and Commander actually had some good dialogue on this. She had some cool questions. I hope sis come through. She said she was gonna do a little searching because she never heard of the word before. And I told her, the impact or the influence it had on me when I heard it, because that's how you learn through association. So sometimes you will see something or understand it, but it won't be solidified until it's named. That's why everything has a name to it, even concepts, even theories. You know what I'm saying? Gravity. When you say gravity, you're talking about something that defines a lot of what we do in life in general. When you say biology, you're talking about a whole study. So um, the concepts become more defined to how we understand. So this is one of the words, um, you don't normally run across unless you're playing in a book. But when I ran across it, I was taking my prerequisites for my nursing, and I was in psychology class, and we was talking about um, the association or the direct association between animal instincts and human instinct, right? And when you study in that, it showed that um, this is just a common way of people to understand. So anyway, the word is anthropomorphism. Anthropomorphism. Say that 5 times fast, right? Anthropomorphism. So what is anthropomorphism? Well, let me share my screen with you. Um, As just a regular Google search, anyone can indulge in it. Anthropomorphism. I don't know. Y'all want to hear it say the word?
Anthropomorphism.
There we go. Anthropomorphism. So what is anthropomorphism? It's the attribute of a human characteristic or behavior to a god, animal, or object. The attribute of human characteristics or behavior. Right? So I said this time and time again, the association, that's how we learn. We learn from associating things. To understand something, 9 times out of 10, you relating it or associating it to something you already know, right? Something that's more familiar. That's how you understand if it's for you or not. Most people do that in a state of judgment. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah. So why is it done? Why do we do this? Right? attributing human intent to non-human animals, spirits, robots, or other entities, real or imaginable, is one way that people make sense of behavior and events that they encounter. Humans are a social species with a brain evolved to quickly process social information. The tendency to view non-humans in terms of human-like characteristic has been theorized to be a product of that evolution. To put all that in a nutshell, that's how we learn. That's how we learn, right? So to understand things, to grasp the concept, to believe, to whatever emotion you want to attach to it, right? You have IG out right now, okay? Little gratitude to support my channel. Likewise, shout out to the nine. Appreciate. Oh yeah, we appreciate you, Lady Shade. My wife and her breaking shit. Yeah, all right. Hayati, you okay? Well, yeah, she okay. So, oh damn, that's messed up. Y'all can't even really see that, can y'all? It's all blurry on my phone. My bad. But yeah, look that word up. Anthropomorphism. Look, definitely look that word up. I know y'all can't even see it. That's messed up. I ain't think y'all. Uh, oh, I didn't show the other one. I'm tripping. Okay, my bad. You see that one now? So this is from Psychology Today. This is the .com. But like I said, you can look the word up for yourself. I'm here to bring you awareness, here to bring you new concept. But this is why people do that, And if you truly think about it, most people be like, I don't do that. I promise you, you do because you enjoy watching content. You enjoy watching content. I grew up watching Ninja Turtles, right? This is how you know when you're influenced by that because you almost oh man, yeah, I can use that. No, I don't think I should. But yeah, you almost groomed to do it, right? You do it as a kid. You believe in Santa Claus. You believe in Ninja Turtles. You believe in Fraggle Rocks. And then they graduate you as you get older. You begin to believe in people, idolizing people. Um, that's just that we've been indoctrinated. That's the nice way I could say it. Frugal Mama's in the building. Man, I wish the link. Hey, yeah, somebody please drop Frugal link, even in a replay, man. Y'all go check out Frugal Mama. She go get you right in the morning. I'm telling you, I appreciate you, Frugal Mama. When I do wake up, I do be in the bush. I'll be wrestling with the kids, but that motivation and workout, that's a great way to get your day started. So definitely go check out Frugal Mama. She putting in the work and she giving you motivation and inspiration while she doing it. But yeah, so that's how we I use the term learn. I like a more broader spectrum because that's what you're doing. But behavior, association, I mean that's a deep conversation. Um and I don't mind indulging in it with anyone. But I always tell y'all the sauce though. If you ain't the influence, you been influenced. That's duality. Everything, when you talk about the universal principles, you can't escape them. They are just what they are, right? Duality exists. So if one thing is not happening, the other thing is. So if you're not being an influence, then you've been influenced. Potential seeds. I mean, thoughts, emotions get tampered with. If you ever went somewhere and it made you feel bad, that's an influence. If you ever went somewhere and it made you feel good, that's an influence. If there's potential, there's a cause and effect. That's just what it is. So if you ain't doing it, they doing it. So you have to be careful who you're around. Even information, when you sit and listen to things, your subconscious soaks up everything. So you might not even be conscious of information or something. That why do you think subliminals work? You know, subliminals got thrown around on this internet like, oh, they throw a subliminal shot. No, subliminals happen in real life. Why do you think all these restaurants got red and yellow for colors? Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, all the big restaurants. Why do you think they red and yellow? You think that's by coincidence? Or do you think because the stoplight is yellow means slow down and red means stop? And then you look over what you see. You want to go over there, slow down and stop and get something to eat. That's what you see. All that stuff is happening subconsciously. That's psychology, man. If you understood even now all the stuff about the Disney movies and stuff coming out, right? You're seeing little subliminal things and there's little subjective things and that stuff been happening. That's literally part of marketing. If you ever been in any type of business where marketing is involved, it's psychology involved. It's understanding how the human mind thinks so you can suggest something and they want it. That's the whole marketing employ. That's what makes it work. That's what makes a sale work. It's not only you presenting the product, but the product being subjectable. People want it or people don't. If you can draw interest to the product, it's easy to sell. You make the product alluring. Well, what they do, they put it on celebrities. They have a celebrity, someone, influence. They have a market that, and now people want to be like them, so they got to go get the stuff they got. All of that is psychology. All of it is psychology. So even with these words, right? These words, if you don't know them, they will be used against you. They go either work for you or they go work against you. It's language. So understanding these words and these concepts, because that's what words lead to. Action, some type of action. And usually, like even in the sense we're talking about how people associate things such as behavior and characteristics to understand. And to do that, they have to project what they know. So we given things that's beyond or below human characteristic or capabilities just to understand why things occur, to try to make sense of things. That's what the most common person do. So if you have that ideology indoctrinated over years and years and years and years, what happens is you begin to develop beliefs. A belief is accepting something that's not known. That's why you have people who know and people who believe. The realest one in the building. What up, real? Appreciate you. Hey, my ninja. I appreciate you, brother. It's nothing wrong with believing, but what I'm telling you is you have to know to take control. That's the most modern way I can say it. You have to know to be able to take control. If you don't know, then people will abuse that. We had that. I mean, I just want people to think for a minute, right? No emotions involved. Name another group of people on this planet right now who can say they don't know who they are. They don't have their language. They don't have their culture. Their history begins of what people say slavery. You almost think, if you think 1,000 years from now, people will think this is a whole new group of people. So it is in an information age. There's no point of believing if you can know. If you know, you know. If you don't, then the people who do will take advantage of you. And that's just what we have been saying. People with the most knowledge, they have the most power. Not the strongest, not the fastest, not even the smartest. Just the people who know. They just know things. So they able to manipulate things. This is the concept of understanding versus someone who overstands something. You see it in real life and play. People who understand are being uh, conquered by the people who overstand. DD, appreciate you, appreciate you. Hold on, let me get into the chat. My bad, my bad. I just seen my sister DD. DD already know I'm always happy to see her. Gratitude, exactly. My bad, evening. My bad. Hey, if y'all, if y'all got a question or even a statement, definitely, if you get hit the red exclamation point question mark, I definitely see it. Okay, where are we at? My bad. I'm trying to get elevate your belief to knowing there's no doubt and the way. Right. I mean, like nothing is useless, right? Nothing in life is useless. It's really about how the way you use it, right? So believing is a process to me, right? Why would I continue to stay in a state of believing if I can know? It's better to know, right? And then you don't have to accept nothing. You can just, uh, like I said, you'll have a level of overstanding. You know, the people who believe usually that belief get tested, right? And it really shows how much you believe. But if you believe in something, then I don't understand how it's not a process of getting to know. You want to be closer to that belief. Anything it is, if you want to be closer to a belief, you practicing, you studying, you living in it. You know, like even on here, man, people weird. They come with a belief, and I come with a fact. And they get mad at me. How you gonna go get mad at me? Because you didn't study you didn't study. People think school is over when you graduate. Nah, man. School is life. Life is school. You should be learning and growing every day. I try to learn. I mean, I did this for 15 years. Try to learn a new word every day. What's the harm in that? How much time does it take to learn a new word every day? Especially now. I started off in the dictionary. Now you can just get an app. They got an app, a new word. They got apps for that, and people don't utilize that. They play solitary and Spider Man on their instead of doing something to exercise their mind. Sheep, you can't think for yourself, somebody else will. And guess what? Them thoughts ain't gonna benefit you, player. They gonna benefit the person indoctrinating you. You know, you're talking about selling your soul. How about giving up your mind? Because that's what most people do. You ain't gotta sell nothing. People just give up their mind. Allow other people to think for them. Won't think for themselves. You know, and this is why I preach what I preach, right? Emotional intelligence is real, right? It's real. It's something you can observe. If you haven't seen it, observe me. Observe me. Observe how I interact with people, how I keep my cool. But guess what? I know when to step back to. When I was younger, nah, I wasn't stepping back. We going at it. But sometimes I'm not. It's not the fact that I'm not gonna break my character. It's the fact that I'm not gonna let nobody change my mood because I care about how I feel. That's why I always tell y'all that at the end of the show. Care about how you feel. Because if you don't, I promise you, somebody go, and this ain't nothing to be afraid of. I'm telling you to be aware. If you know about it, you can do something about it. Stop being gullible. Stop being gullible. Alvin, what up, though? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. My bad. I gotta go back to the chat right now. I just seen Alvin pop in. 18. Okay, okay. All right, all right. I see y'all coming in. I see y'all coming in. What it do with the businesses? Appreciate y'all. I say that nothing wrong with belief, yet don't stay there. Elevate the knowing. You know what? There's no purpose of staying there. You know, it's a process. You know, it's a process that we all should be going through on a consistent basis, right? Um, but that's why people get stuck because there's no. They just. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. Um, I don't know. I'm just interested. You know, I can only speak for myself. Maybe I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it, but I understand it. And I use it as a process. But the way people talk about it, like you just have to, like, no, why do I just have to do something? That don't even sound right. Then you saying makes sense to me because I don't have like when I look at things, I don't have to inject my emotions into it. 9 times out of 10, I'm not. I'm looking at it from a logical standpoint. What makes sense? What can I comprehend? Most people just read stuff. I don't. I comprehend. I'm trying to convey or understand what the writer is trying to convey to me because that's what writing is an expression of thoughts and emotions. It's all writing is, no matter if it, even if someone is describing something in front of them, right? Even if someone is writing down what they're watching in front of them, say they watching a football game, they're going to express their emotions and their thoughts as they're writing. And if 3 people doing it, I promise you, it's going to be written a different way. People express themselves differently. It'll probably be a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences. The structure, the tone, all that's going to be different. But see, this is why there's no point. Sometimes it's just no point having certain conversations with people because it's like um, when it comes to information, either you know it or you don't. It's no belief. It's there. You can comprehend it for yourself or understand it for yourself. You know, it's levels to it. And if you're on a lower level, upgrade. Upgrade. It's time. Shit. But back to the word. Back to the word. Back to the word. Anthropomorphism. So why is that unique? Why was that unique for me? You constantly hear me say, I don't give the creator no human characteristics. I don't need to. I have a relationship. I have a there's perpetuity within the relationship between me and the creator. That's something that's gonna last forever because like I tell you, I'm a divine being having a human experience. I'm sent here to further creation as we all are. Y'all just sleep. And then the ones that's woke, they ain't unplugged. You don't need no middleman. You don't need to think something is outside of you that's inside of you. You living upside down backwards. Literally. Literally. You living backwards. But that's up to people to care or not care. You know, some people don't care. Some people just go with the flow and they're happy to do so. And they don't want you to disturb them. So I learned to step back. And I just deal with people who like-minded and like-hearted. That's just the easiest way to flow through life, you know. Um, what up, though? Appreciate you. There's Griffin in the house. Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. But yeah, so yeah, that word it did make a huge impact, and I began to understand um, why it's done. Right? I always thought it, but once I got exposed to that word, it was like, oh, that makes sense. To see the context that the word is used in, and that's done often. Like, think about Zeus, right? The Greek god Zeus. This was And it was a pantheon of gods up there. You had Hercules was a demigod. You had Hades was the god of the underworld. You had Poseidon, god of the ocean. Um, you had the Titans. Even the Titans was associated with human characteristics. Why? Because we had to understand. Now these are things that were supposed to be supernatural, but they was human. They look like us, talk like us. They even had emotions and feelings. They get jealous. They get envious. Like, why is something gonna be jealous or envious of something that created? Right? Now think about that. Now look at modern day humans. Do parents do not you times you see parents be jealous and envious of their kids? Like what the hell going on? So if we do it, the gods must do it. Right? Oh, so that's why these gods was fighting because they was jealous and envious. I can relate to that because I get that's how that's the gods are lustful. Like the god like the way people try to comprehend, um the gods created human beings. They know they lesser than them, but the gods desire them so much that they came off of the clouds and came down and made it with the humans. Even though the humans were beneath them and they were gods, but they lusted for the humans, right? Um, you know how that made sense? Think about slavery. You got the slave master over the slaves. These are like animals to them, but they lusted for them. And what did they do? They came out they house and went into they shack and they made it with them. So if we do this, the gods must do this too. I'm telling you the psychology. It might make sense, it might not, but I'm trying to give you something you can observe. It's right there in your face, man. It's just how you choose to look at it. Bud Files, what up, though? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. It's right there in your face. Everything to just. Oh, man. uh, yeah. They find creative ways to justify things, right? To make things okay, to make things normal, because if, if God Almighty, who created the universe, go be jealous of some humans. So it's okay for me to sit on my pedestal and be jealous of the people below me. It's okay because that's what God does. God gets jealous and envious. If you don't worship God, you'll be jealous and envious. For me, that didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense. I understand how people comprehend, correlate, but I'm talking, I don't know, we might not be talking about the same creator because I'm talking about um, the entity that created time, the entity that created air, gravity, these things that exist that we can't even see, but we can feel. You can feel energy. And when you in tune, when you connected with the creator, spark flows through you and the creator will manifest through you. That's why when you see people doing acts of God, acts of kindness, acts of love, all that is the creator. I be compelled sometimes to be nice to people who I know don't deserve, because maybe if I be nice to them, maybe that'll change their heart. I feel like that. Even though this person is an a-hole, if I be nice to him, I be thinking that. You think that's me? No, man. My life messed up. I done had people try to take me out. Family members put knife in my chest. Brother kicked me in the back of my head. I can't see now. And I still have the desire to be nice to people. You really think that's human like? People call me the devil and I'm laughing like I'm not the one out here condemning people. I'm not the one out here looking for the bad things. I'm the one out here looking for the good things and trying to nurture that. But I'm the devil. Yep. Oh man, actions speak louder than words. So you can say whatever you want, but I'm watching what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? If the creator is in you, I don't have to seek the creator. I can allow the creator to create through me. That's the difference between believing and knowing, though. How do you have strength to keep going forward? What do you mean? There's a choice? You got a choice? I didn't know that. When they say God walk with you, God is within me. Every step I take, I got the creator with me. So I'm going to just keep moving forward. I don't have to beg. I don't have to ask. It's ordained. It's mine already. You want my honest opinion about free will? Do you want my God honest opinion about free will? My opinion about free will is I believe in that just as much as I believe in some dude coming down the chimney. I believe that was a concept because even the conception of the story, taking the emotions out, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. That's why I say, like, when you read, you have to comprehend. And when things don't make sense, you have to understand why it don't make sense. And it don't make sense for a reason. And this is why they tell you just believe. Because if you're talking about all powerful Omni who knows what you're going to do regardless of what you do, giving you the option to do what you want to do, but then punish you for doing what you want to do, what sense does that make? Is this some elaborate game? That doesn't even make sense. Like, God ain't got nothing else to do but to fuck with you. Because that's all it is. And then you let Satan be created, and supposedly the Satan, that means adversary. But the popular conception is Satan tests you. So not only did God give you free will, he didn't let this crazy motherfucker run around and fuck with you. All to see if you have faith. But if you know everything, then you already know if somebody got faith. Like, this don't make sense. This shit is to keep you running around in a circle chasing your tail. Instead of saying, like, nah, I'm straight. Nah, I'm straight. That don't make sense. You make air. You make water. Water is a compound structure. Hydrogen and man, look, this is what I'm telling you. For me, free will is I just don't that was for me, it was a concept that was built to confuse a story. Lady Shay. Oh man. We're made for walking, right? I think I asked this question to you. Yeah, I mean, is Nirvana, what up, sis? Appreciate you. Yeah, like the question, I can answer question in different ways, but like that's why I say if you want my honest opinion, like my opinion, I understand not only popular opinion, but I understand like the concept. So a lot of times I will answer from the standpoint of what the concept is presenting versus my opinion about it. Do I think now, if I was to ask from the concept, I think is free will a curse? Yeah, it would be if it exists, and um, yeah, I do, because I mean, most people don't even read the book. You know, people, you can say Bible is an acronym for basic instructions before leaving Earth, right? But most people don't read it. They, if they go to church, they might know something from what their pastor told them or what they YouTube, but they don't actually read it for themselves. And the people who do read it for themselves, um, you're missing books. It's a lot to go into it. Okay, say if you get all the books, right? So you read it, you know the books. You have that's something you have to practice, right? So say you're doing all that. Say you're reading it, you're practicing it. You got all the books, right? Guess what? You too busy to even talk to people about this shit. You just too busy. No, you don't. I personally like Muslims that I know personally. They don't debate religion. They live it. They ain't trying to convert you. They ain't trying to get you to believe in it. No, they just live what they live. They don't bother no. They just do their thing. They don't try to convince nobody. They just do their thing. But then you got the people who don't really practice it, who probably got converted over, and they want to debate. They want you to believe like that don't work like that. There go my sis Smith 702. What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? Hey, I don't want to be converted. Yeah. Hey, I don't blame you. I ain't converting into nothing. Just like beliefs in religion is written from our or by our people that you can't cross references. Why? Because it's their personal account, right? And that's what it is. And see, this is the beautiful thing, right? And this is what I always tell people. Um, Anything that we read is someone's perspective. That's all it is. It's just someone else's perspective. And it's good to get that perspective because maybe you won't have the resources or the capabilities or the abilities to experience something they did. Maybe they went to Antarctica. How many of us going there? You know. So it's always good as information is to be aware, but ultimately you should observe for yourself. You know, use information to become aware. And if you have the capabilities, resources, or the opportunities, observe it for yourself because just like they learned from it, you can too. And you might have something that they didn't. So you may see it a whole different way and you may make it this is how information evolves. Everything changes. Like shout out to Meek. Um we was in Meek's live earlier this morning and shout out to my boy Atmosphere and shout out to Gary. You know, they was having an interesting dialogue about, you know, religion and someone I think it was it Bolo asked something about when was books omitted and it was the Council of Nicene. You know, they decided because it was more doctrine discovered they had the Dead Sea Scrolls. They omitted that. The alphabet of Ben Sor got omitted. The Book of Enoch got omitted. The Book of Giants got taken out. Most Bibles only got 66 books. The one in Ethiopia got 88. The Book of Thomas is in there. So there's a lot of different what they consider now esoteric books. Mr. West is in the building. What up? Hold on, man. Hold on, man. You already know, bro. You already know.
Keith West is in the building, y'all. Welcome, Mr. West.
Welcome, Mr. West. Welcome, welcome. I gotta give a shout out to my bro. Personal experience will bring beliefs to knowledge. Gotta add your point of interest. Yes, I'm telling you, because you never know. You might have a piece of the puzzle that creates the picture and don't even know it until you get around the information. That's why I tell people you never know what you like or what you do until you either do it or put yourself around it. You just don't. You can think all you want, but until you experience something, it's just a thought. And those thoughts might be predicated upon something that we previously know, and that can be outdated or it can be incorrect. Like this is the funny thing, right? You think about computers and the way computers analyze things. That whole concept comes from us, the way we process things. We just have been programmed to not function fully. I use that term. You've been indoctrinated not to think, not to be creative. Look at some of the brightest people who ever walked this earth, the people who um, changed the history of man, who came up with it. These were all creative people, people who dreamed. That's frowned upon now. For people that have dreams and inspire, just think of crazy things. That's frowned upon. To be authentic, they want you to simulate. You know, go ahead and grow your sheep manes out because we go herd you. We go herd you, and they're herding you with a wolf in the front. Yeah, the Book of Mary was excluded. You know why? Because it was the teachings of Yoshua, Yehosha. It was the teachings. The Da Vinci Code. That book was. I mean, the book was way better than the movie. I don't know if you ever read the book, but the book was way better than the movie. But even it's another tale called the Holy Grail. I think it's called the Holy Grail or Search for the Holy Grail. It's something like that. But I think that movie came out before the Da Vinci Code. But I think the Da Vinci Code inspired that movie. Back on the grind again. Weekends go back. Yeah, weekends be going pure. My wife got to work this weekend, but yeah, that work, and it just opened your eyes to a different concept and understanding. And that's what I'm saying. The people who know is the reason is the reason why. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you believe, then that can be exploited. I mean, even studying um, the art of strategy, just different strategies. Uh, Sun Tzu, um, The Art of War. That's a good book, to understand strategy. What is the other book I was reading? I'm not even done with it. But there's another strategy book. It's by Miyamoto. I can't remember the name. It's by Miyamoto Musashi. I had a name tomorrow, but it's not the Five Rings. It's not the Five Rings. He got a book of strategies too. I can't remember the name of it. I haven't finished reading it, but it's you'll begin to understand like when these generals engaged in war. The war didn't start with a physical battle. It was always a mental battle, um, and just different ways they was able to control the opponent and not even engage. Like psychological warfare is real, and that's not just used in combat. Like I'm telling you, psychology is basically like if think about this. If I'm telling you these companies are using psychology to make you interested, that's not. Are you giving them permission, or are you just participating in it? Like, is that fair? Like, is that moral for you to try to trick me? Is that is that just acceptable? Like, that's not weird? Like, why can't I just, like, you trying to manipulate my choice or my reason? Oh, why? Because you're in competition with other people, so this a big game now. Like, we humans, bro. Okay, cool. So I see how y'all rock. The Black Art of War, 99 Truths of Hannibal is another great book where you suggested that to me. I have the audio book, I listened to it, 48 Laws of Power. Yeah, I tell you, I think the documentary on the writer of the 48 Laws of Power, um, if you don't know about the writer, the writer wrote it from he didn't write it from a position of power. He wrote it from uh, a perspective of viewing people in power, what they do. So it was more of a warning book than a guide, but people flipped it and used it as a guide. So, yeah, that was interesting. So he just rolled with it. If it's the same book, it's not about monks, is it? Lily great read. It's not about monks. He was a samurai. They say he was the greatest swordsman who ever lived. He was the first man to duel with two swords. Miyamoto Musashi. He a dope. But um he wrote the book of the Five Rings. Five Rings of Power. Yeah, good book. Angels and Demons was a better book as well. Yeah, Dan Brown was the author. Yeah, Angels and Demons was good too. 48 Laws of Power. Y'all like that book, man? I don't know. It got a lot of Machiavellianism in it and a lot of narcissism. Like you if you embody those traits, you will flourish with it. You know. So I don't know. I feel you like people I don't know. Listen to the author. Like listen. I think you can YouTube it. I think he did an interview on YouTube. But it's it was in when I was taking psychology. We watched in class a documentary on the author of the 48 Laws of Power. Um, Theoretic perspective, angels and demons. I seen the movie. Only I know him. Oh yeah, Miyamoto Musashi. Hey, that was a bad man. The ISIS thesis, a study of the code in the eight sons, but yeah, the book. My watch was waiting to purchase. Oh wow. I heard people talk about that. I thought you were about to say the ISIS Papers by Dr. Francis Chris Weisling. That's a good read too. Um, that's a good read because her psychological breakdown of like human conditions, in the modern, well, at that time in the modern Black Americans, that was powerful. That was a bad woman. When it came, I'm telling you, man. If y'all don't know who Dr. Francis Chris Weisling is, that was a bad woman, man. You can't. It was she, man, with the information and the knowledge. There wasn't no debating her. She was flipping people, boy. Yeah, but information. Yeah, information is key. It's key for mental development. It's key for confidence. Um, it's key for direction. You know, the more you know, the less people can bamboozle you. That's how I look at it. The more I know, the less I can get manipulated. Unfortunately, we live in that age where um, it's not physical control, but it's mental control. Is it truly bad if you do it yourself? So what if I coerced you? So what if I subliminally drowned you with these ideas of coming to buy my product? You bought it. So who fault is it, mine or yours? Like, oh man, that's what happened. They will literally, um, but it is what it is. You just got to be aware and understand it. I mean, it's symbols, it's colors, it's words. They use everything. Everything is used. Like I said, just study marketing. That's all you got to do. Study marketing, and you'll see it for yourself. Everything is used. Any opportunity, they got a strat. I hate, and you see how programmed people are, right? Every time I get a salesman in front of me, right before it's a tactic they use called fear of loss, right? When you're trying to get the sale and the person is denying you, go to this step, do this, do this. It's like a and you see how programmed people are. Because I would tell people like, look, man, I used to be in sales. Uh, I understand you gotta, do your best to sell the product, but I'm telling you, no, please don't do the fear of loss tactic. Right? They look me dead in my eye, like, oh no, don't worry about that. But let me just tell you, get the hell out my house. Like, get out, get out, get out. I just told you not to do that, bro. Told you for a reason because it irritates me. When I was in sales, I never did that. If somebody said no, I'd be like, have a nice day. I go on to the next person. I ain't about to sit here and waste time and beg you. They'd be like, oh, you got to flip them. Why my sales rate higher than yours? You know why? Because I kept it moving. Look, this everything ain't gonna be for everybody. So the less time I spend with people who don't want it is the more time I have to find the people who do want it. That was my sales concept. I ain't about to try to convince nobody to get something they don't want. Nah, I'm straight. I'm gonna just move on and go to the next person. People be sitting there for an hour and a half trying to convince one person. I done talked to 10 different people and got 2 people to say yeah. While you sitting there talking to that one. You're playing your bullshit. And that's how I looked at it. I ain't got time to try to flip people. I'm gonna keep it moving. And that's why I was successful at sales. Because I knew every no I got I was getting closer to a yes. But these people be like, look, don't do that fear. That irritates me. Of a black so yeah. Chancellor Williams got a couple good books though. The ISIS paper, yeah, I suggest. Yeah, you know what, Gary? For like last year, a couple of discussions I had, I kept putting a free PDF to it, and then I asked people about it, and nobody, picked it up. So I was like, okay, I'm straight. But yeah, I still got it. I had a free PDF. Maybe I posted on. I don't know if I can post it on my community wall no more. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, the ISIS papers are definitely dope. You got to get into that. Especially if you like that's a great because when she came with that post traumatic slave disorder, I was like, oh, like oh, that's what I'm saying. When you put a term to something, it makes it more profound. That's why I like this word, anthropomorphism, anthropomorphism. Remember that, and look into it. Look into the word. But yeah, we're gonna do this more often. A word with the word. We go get a word that has a big concept behind it, and we're gonna break it down because I don't even know if you want to break it down even more. I mean, I think we all got a great understanding of what it is, how it's used, how it can affect us. Oh, did we look at the effects? I don't think we looked at the effects. I don't even know if y'all can see it on there. Maybe I really look for more books. I don't really trust those PDFs. It is I go to certain You PDFs, it depends where you get it from, I guess. But I usually get it from like university. Usually, I've never had a problem with a PDF from a university, but I have downloaded free PDFs, and the PDF that I get, I usually pay for. So it's like it's the downloaded book usually. But if it's papers, like I get a lot of um, psychology studies, right? I download different studies that they did, and I mean it ain't nothing but like $6-7, but I usually get it from trusted sites. Yeah, I usually get it from trusted sites. But I mean, to be honest too, like even the books now, you got to be careful. Even the books now, I don't try to get newly edition published books. I try to get them old. The older the better, because it's been edits and updates and a lot of things. Man, I don't even know, so I ain't even gonna talk about that. But yeah. Honestly, with my work schedule, I should be using PDFs. I'm telling you, they for me is good too, because I can blow it up. I can make it. I can actually go in and make the print bigger. Like when I download a PDF, like the reader I got, I can make the print bigger. So it works for me wonderfully. Versus a book, because some books I can't. If the print, some books they don't make them big print, and it's hard for me to see it now. So yeah, I get a tablet and read a PDF, and I'll be good to go. Yep, I'll be good to go. But yeah, the whole concept of giving, like the definition said, I don't know if y'all seen the definition. I don't know, Keith, was you in here, bro, when I was talking about anthropomorphism? I think you came a little late. But even by definition, I want to see, because I don't think y'all can have seen it clear. Trying to wait for my phone to catch up. Okay, yeah, y'all can't even see it clear. I'm looking on my phone. But the definition of the word, and that's how you spell it: anthropomorphism, anthropomorphism. The attribute of human characteristics or behavior to a god, animal, or an object. I mean, and that's coming out the Oxford Dictionary, right? So, emotions or attentions to non-human entities. That's what Wikipedia say. Anthropomorphism is the attribute of human traits, emotions, or attention to non-human entities. It is considered to be an innate tendency of human psychology. And innate, meaning you born with it. This is how you associate things. This is how it's in your DNA to associate, give non-human things human characteristics to understand the behavior and the attributes of that non-human thing. That's how you understand it. That's how you comprehend it. That's what makes you feel comfortable giving God human-like characteristics, instead of understanding this is something beyond conception. And be okay with that. No, you human. You don't want to be okay with that. You have to give God human. That's why I'm like, I don't know who, man. I'm straight. Different. Yeah. I'm straight. But it is what it is. No, I missed it, but I definitely watched the session like I usually do. Learn something. Oh, you never heard of that word, bro? Oh, I'm gonna be fucking with y'all then. I'm gonna be fucking with y'all. They got a whole bunch of words. The word got some words for that. But yeah. So like, now you understand a little bit. It is. I had to understand and learn why I thought the way I thought. So I did the work. A lot of us do. We just do it in different ways. I had to use education. I had to use knowledge. I had to gain wisdom. I had to know who I was. I couldn't accept. I couldn't accept nothing less. I didn't even think about nothing less. That nothing less wasn't an option. I needed to know, and I'm still learning. I'm still freaking learning. But I have different tools to utilize while I'm in that process. So I'm sharing some of those tools with you. I can share all of them. I don't mind. That's why I life coach. That's definitely why I do what I do. And it takes a high level of compassion and understanding to even want to do that. A lot of times people get into professions and do things not for the passion of doing it, but for their own personal reason. And I don't judge that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I just think people go do whatever they got to do to pursue happiness. And I don't fault nobody. As long as you ain't hurting nobody else, then cool. When people take advantage of people, if people allow them to take advantage of them, then, I mean, do you know how hard it is to convince someone they're sheeping? Like, bro, you're a sheep. You know that, right? Yep, you know that, right? You just go with the flow. That's the definition of a sheep. Just like anthropomorphism, humans think of it in reverse, right? Um, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Um, but think of it as in reverse. Now humans have animal characteristics and behavior. Do we not? Are people not herded? Do people not act like uh, wild animals at times? Like they have no morals and they have no value. They have no emotions. They function from a high level of survival. People attack people for no reason, unjustly, like animals. We say that these people are acting like animals. So there's a reverse, right? Miss Tracy in the building. What up, though, Miss Tracy? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Miss Tracy. No, but that's why we're definitely champion of the title. I appreciate you, bro. That's humbling, man. That's humbling. I appreciate you. That's humbling, brother. Um, yeah, and like Gary was asking earlier about free will. Even that concept, people don't run with it. You have, if that's what your belief, understand you have the free will. To do as you please, to learn, to grow. Um, but how do we use it? People be afraid to use their free will. So they just fall in line and do what's convenient and acceptable to the masses. If being ignorant is acceptable, and being ignorant makes you popular, and it's the popular thing to do. That's what people do. They be ignorant. Then they have a battle. Let's see who can be the most ignorant. And then ignorant becomes ignorant. Ignorant becomes ignorant at a certain point of time. And that's what you see. People showing their derriere, just exposing their gluteus maximus all on the internet. Just like they have no home training. And maybe they don't. I don't know. But just because you ain't get it when you was younger don't mean you can't develop it when you older. Some sense of pride. But then pride is bad. Right? The things that can help you and benefit you become bad. Why? Because people overindulge. Anything you overindulge in is bad. That's what gluttony is, right? So even the good things. can be bad. This is why you need balance and harmony. You know, there's some good and bad, and there's some bad and good. That's just what it is. So a balance is at that perfect medium. You know, that's why I tell people I can only be what I'm allowed to be because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be whatever I need to be for me and mine. That's just what I'm gonna do. I can be this nice, cool person, or I can be Samael himself. I don't even know if y'all know who Samael is, but yeah, I can be Samael itself. I think freedom, will, is the middle balancing part of yin and yang symbol. The choice between right and wrong is your choice. That's dope, brother. That and I battle with that, and this is just my personal perspective. I don't. Yeah, I did share this before, but I don't believe in good and bad. I know one is to gauge the other one. I know it exists, but I know what's good for me might be bad for someone else, and what's bad someone else might be good for me. So at the end of the day, it becomes perception, and if it's, I just feel like it to have that for me. Like I guess that's one of the ways I let judgment go is not to indulge in saying if things are good and bad, but just observing things for what they are. And it might be, but I think again, like I was having a conversation with my sister, and it's the PhD, right? And I was saying exactly that. Um, and then I said, see, that's why I got to be careful talking to a doctor. And then I said, well, I just look at things as if I accept it or not. She said, well, is that not judging? I'm like, no, I'm just saying it's not for me. Well, if it's not for you, you're deeming it bad. No, I'm not. I'm deeming it not for me. So why isn't it for you? Yeah, that's the kind of she get on my nerves. That's my intellectual sparring partner. But yeah, so I have to be careful with that with her. You know, I can get away with it on here sometimes. I get I, Gary is very witty though, and Gary asked a question and not allow me to get away with a statement that's not clear. I'm gonna say it like that because I don't want him bothering me right now. Shout out to Gary. I'm just picking with you, bro. You're taking me, and I got. Oh man, free will. I think I kind of figure you meant free will. I seen freedom will, so I kind of figure you meant free will. Yeah, so like the whole concept of good or bad, I like to philosophize. Um, I like to philosophize that, but my sister won't let me. So I can't say I don't believe in good and bad. I just see it as a perspective. So I have to learn how to articulate my way in a way that's not confusing and misleading. This is my little sister, man. You have to find a way to articulate yourself so you aren't confusing or misleading. So you don't want me to obfuscate. That's what you're telling me. You know, shut up, boy. Yeah, my little sister is like my big sister. Yeah, but um yeah, so you know, I these are the conversations I love to have, but I know, and I appreciate the small group that we have because we get along and it's information, but still, any questions, I enjoy the dialogue. Um, I don't feel insulted by question anything. I know some people, they be like, "Well, don't question." Nah, man, I don't feel insulted. I actually enjoy. I don't know. I'm weird, but it's not. I don't look for debate. I enjoy open discussion because, hey, I can't be right about everything. I'm not. I know I'm not. I get corrected every day by various people. Trust me, especially with concepts. Like my sister got her PhD in psychology and education. So if I say something crazy around her, you think she not go correct me? That's what she do. That's just what she do. Like my mom, my dad. Oh, my dad love. Even if I'm right, my dad try to make me wrong. So, I mean, I like far as and then I just my mentors. So that's why I enjoy it. I'm used to it. It's normal. Like everything I say should be questioned. That's how I feel. That's how I'm treated in real life. Like I'm treated like everything. If I come with an idea, they go question. So I enjoy making new, crazy, creative ideas, just so people can confirm it or debunk it. Because until something is practiced on a consistent basis and confirmed, it's not a fact. Well, I'm not even gonna say practice on a consistent basis. I'm talking about me creating something. But the reality of the word fact is something that can be observed and confirmed. Something that can be proven. So unless it can be observed and proven, it's not a fact. So um appreciate sessions like this. Not too many channels are being this cool and collected with conversation. But you know why? Because everybody got no shot against nobody, man. But people, they got beliefs, man. They get that's what it is, brother. Like think about this, Keith. Like Keith, I'm talking to Mr. West now. Now, when you know something, does it bother you when people don't believe you? When you know something, it doesn't bother you, bro. When people have wisdom, they're not shaken by people who don't. They're not shaken at all. People who know are not moved by people who understand. If you are living something and experience something, it's things that I can tell you that you didn't observe that you may never believe, but it don't bother me if you believe me or not. You know why? Because I experienced it. So I know for a fact, like this happened. Like this is real. Even if no one else ever experienced it, I did. And just because other people did, no, I know this, like, no, this is, no, I observed it. I confirmed it. It happened. Can I prove it? I can't replicate it unless you go through it. Those things I know, I know. So when people tell me their testimony and tell me what God did for them, you can see a difference in people who had an experience with a divine presence and the people who just say it because it feel good. And that's no knock against nobody. I'm just saying I observe and I know the difference. That's just what it is. I definitely agree with you there. Yeah, well, you know. I'm just saying, like, so it's the confidence too. You can walk with confidence. You won't even care if people believe you or not. You just know. Miss 702, what it do? You feel me, sis? I'm telling you, it's just the confidence you walk in. You don't need the confirmation has already happened. You already got it. You know, the confirmation is done. You know, you got it. You move forward with it. And people, People can't stand that, because they want that. That's why they try to go and get validation from other people. But see, you don't need validation from nobody. And that's scary to some people. That's scary. It's scary when you don't need someone to fluff you up. It's scary. Because now they understand it's going to be 10 times harder to manipulate this person. I'm going to have to use the fear because I can't fluff them. I can't outwit them. I can't make them think I'm their friend and stab them in the back. So I got to bring the cannons now. That's how people come at you. That's how people come at you. When they can't get close enough to stab you in the back, they know they got to bring the cannons. And even then, just keep elevating. And then the cannons can't even reach you. I had to learn that because if a person can't beat you, if they can't stop you, they go try to slow you down. Instead of them working on themselves, improving themselves, building themselves, they coming after you. Why? You got something they ain't got. Got that glow. They want that light. They ain't got it. They want yours. Instead of trying to develop their own light, they want yours. Because what you got inside you, they looking for it outside of them. You see how all that work, man? You see how all that work? What you got inside you, they too busy looking outside. And guess what? When they looking outside of you, when they looking outside they self for it, they see it in you. That's the problem. And instead of trying to develop it within them, they want to take it from you. That's only temporary. You can go around bashing everybody who don't believe in what you believe in. You can tell everybody they're going to hell. You can do all that. Does that make you feel better? Judging other people and predicated upon their beliefs, does that make you feel better? If it do, you need to indulge in your belief a little more. Indulge in your belief. Indulge in yourself. Believe in yourself, man. That's the problem with most people. They take the belief out themselves and try to find something else to believe in. But like I said, belief is a process. So believe you can achieve. Believe you can get better until you do it. The more you believe it, the more you go towards it. And that belief will turn into knowing. You will know you're better. You will know you deserve it. Use belief for yourself. Use belief to get you to knowing. It's a process. But keep believing in yourself. Put that belief in you. Because greater in me than on the outside. I ain't taking God from you. I'm putting it back in you. They done told you left. I'm just trying to tell you right. God has never left. The creator, that divine spark has never left you. You just wasn't looking for it in the right place. The creator of all don't need nothing but you. Need you to seek within. You to understand. You to believe in you. And allow the love, the positivity, all that stuff that's inside that you're afraid people go abuse, you're afraid people go use, let it out. Let it out. Don't be afraid of people abusing you. Don't let fear prevent you from interacting. Just be responsible and you take it as a precious commodity, right? Just don't give it to anybody. Everybody is not deserving of you, but to even walk like that and talk like that, you got to love yourself. You got to feel yourself worthy. Everybody ain't worthy of you. Everybody don't deserve to be in your presence. They say, "Oh, this is acting conceited or bougie." No, it's fact. No, everybody don't deserve to be in my presence. Everybody don't deserve to be in your presence. If they live in foul, they live in foul. So if they in your presence, guess what they gonna do? They just go be foul. So why do you deserve? Nah, I ain't gotta take shit from nobody. I put myself around the right people who appreciate me, and I appreciate them, and we rock out. We rock out on that vibe. That's where you can build. That's where you can grow. That's where you can nurture. I ain't putting myself in a volatile environment. I did that when I was younger. If we can't have clarity, if we can't talk our differences out, if we can't have constructive conversation, I'm not interested. I don't have to deal with it. I can decide who I deal with and who I don't. Just like anybody else can. You don't have to tolerate or take nothing from nobody. You just don't. But to understand how precious your time is, how precious your loyalty is, how precious your compassion is, how precious your love is, you need to know first. And you decide who gets to indulge in it. You have that right. It's yours. But once you give it away, it's theirs. And whatever they do with it, remember you gave it to them. When you're responsible, you don't have to worry about being accountable. Be responsible with the things that are valuable to you. And these things may seem minute, but they're not. Look at the effect they have. When somebody misuses your trust, when someone misuses your loyalty, when someone misuses your love, that has effects that can't be seen. That shit will put you in the rut for some time. It'll beat you down. Just like we was talking about adversity, right? When people do that to you, it affects you emotionally and that affects you mentally. And guess what? Those effects manifest through your actions, the way you carry yourself, the way you look at life, the way you go about life. So those things are very precious. So you need to be responsible and don't allow anybody or everybody just to have access to it. No, they don't deserve it. Don't give it to them. Make people earn it. The people who are worthy of it, they don't mind. I never asked nobody to trust me today. I know that's something that has to be built. And I'm enjoy building it. And I'm gonna do it through my actions and my consistency. And if people deem it worthy, then they give it to me. If they don't, then I'm still doing what I'm doing. And I'm not really doing it for nobody. I'm doing it for myself. So it don't matter. My character, my morals, my values, that's for me. That's just who I am. I don't care if people appreciate it or not. It ain't gonna make me stop developing it, nurturing it, growing it. No, because that's for me, for my legacy. This is what makes me happy. We all have that head horse energy inside us. Some just don't know how to look, and due to society has put them in. Exactly. Tay woke back up. What up, sleeps? What up, sis? I had to pick with her. What up, sis? Well, yeah. If they don't deserve it, don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. Be responsible. Don't feel bad for it neither. Man, people be trying to make people feel bad for being fucking awesome and great. How you gonna make me feel bad because I'm a cool dude? That's stupid. Can't make me feel bad for being me. Look, I'm awesome, man, and I don't care. I'm gonna continue to be awesome. I'm gonna continue to be great. And so what? I'm a little compassionate. I'm a little petty. I'm a little nerdy or whatever, but I have fun doing it. I enjoy being me, you know, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Don't let nobody feel bad, make you feel bad for being you, man. No matter if you corny, if you weird, whatever, man, just be you and do it unapologetically. That's why I love me some anti. I love me some Taves because look, these sisters they ain't gonna apologize for being them. Tay gonna say what she want to say when she want to say it, how she want to say it, and guess what? Even if she feel bad later, she gonna say, "So what? I learned from it." And keep it moving. She ain't about to feel bad. She keep it moving. Anti is just anti. Anti is just like, hey, I said it. So what you gonna do about it? Both of them women are unapologetically them, and I appreciate that so much because I'm gonna be unapologetically me. You ask them about me, it is what it is. I'm the same way. You know, Tay be like, "You too understanding, you too passionate." I'd be like, "Tay, that's just me though. That's that 33. That's the Jesus energy. I gotta turn the other cheek sometimes. You get on my nerves, like sis be going off on me. You too damn understanding. Sis be going in on me, but she know that's me. And I know, like they be like, nah, I don't fuck with it. And I'd be like, all right, I ain't even. Hey, I had to ask. You know, Tay, please forgive them for they know not what they do. They be like, nah, they done fucked up. Oh man, y'all don't understand, man. The just that genuine. When you can just relax and be you, and it's hard. I understand. Like I just told you, you have to be responsible. But do you see when you find the right people that who deserve those things from you? You it's enjoyable, and you enjoy it. You enjoy it. Like I said last night, I don't worry about when I talk to these women. I don't worry about them using my words against me. I don't worry about them stabbing me in my back or doing no shady shit. Because guess what? This is one of the when I look. This is one of the key things, right? This is one of the key things. This is what I ain't did this in a while. I hope y'all hustle. What up, bro? Hustle. I hope y'all got y'all speakers down. I'm warning you now. Turn your TVs down. It's about to go down. I ain't released this in a minute, and it's coming, y'all. Yeah. Can I don't know if she got. Yeah. Can you Is it a way we can message you? Because I don't know if it's clickable in the chat. But if you can get up through the chat, definitely come up. Young Ria, but it's for 702. The link is for Miss 702, please. Just Miss 702. We just go have Miss 702 unless the 9 come up. But if you do want to come up and you're not Miss 702 and you're not the 9, you got to let Tay Eats know. And she'll give you the link. I can no longer drop the link. But yeah, so this is the sauce, right? This is the message right here. I apologize for getting distracted for a minute, but I get excited when my 702 hit the panel. But this is the message right here. If you have a problem with someone and you consider this person a friend and you can't openly express that problem with them, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. If you and a person is cool, you should openly be able to express yourself. And no matter how you express, like this is for me, right? No matter how my people express themselves to me, I understand that that's how they express themselves. Even if they don't articulate themselves the right way, I personally understand that's just how they do. But you have to be careful of that too. When you're expressing yourself, not to, because this is what happened, right? Conversations go. Hold on, I got you right now. What up, sis?
What up, word? I'm quick in and I'm quick out, but I just had to say this testimony about Tay, right? as it relates to what you're talking about, Tay was saying on her page a couple of nights ago, and you know Tay, she gonna speak her mind. She just gonna say what she got to say, right? She said at the time that I came around, it was a lot of stuff going down, and she didn't know who sent me. Like she didn't know where the heck I came from, right? And now that I've had my battle scars on YouTube and I have my YouTube PTSD, I understand exactly what Tay mean, right? But it's the funniest thing. Tay remembers when people were trying her, but the only thing I remember is when Tay stood tall and she stayed on YouTube and she stayed doing her own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about what people are going to remember, and people are going to remember you being strong and standing tall. You know, you were talking about receipts and people believing you and all of this kind of stuff. On YouTube, you have to have the spirit that you're telling people that you have, because you can have all the receipts in the world and these people on here will go with a popular thing. They will
Mhm.
turn down all the receipts and say, I don't believe. So you just have to have an unshakable confidence yourself, not to let nobody run you off. Because I'm not letting nobody run me off, just like Tay, you know? I always think about how strong she was.
Man, there's so much power every time you speak. I appreciate you, sis. And you speak life into so many people. I felt compelled to tell you that the last couple of days. I was looking for your IG because I was trying to put the link in your chat. I was like, I hope she just hit it. She'll see it. But I'm like, dang, I can't find her IG. I was just telling Tay that. I'm like, when she speaks, it's so powerful. No matter what she said, Tay be like, we be laughing because you come on live for like 10 minutes and off. And I'm like, that is a very impactful 10 minutes though, sis, because you speak from a point. I'm not gonna say just emotion, because I hear your emotions, but the way you rationalize them, and even the concept that I'm preaching, like I say, the mind is like a filter to our emotions, because the way you articulate your word, you don't make only people hear them, you make them feel them. So I just wanted to give you your flowers on that, because you are a very, very special woman, if you know it or not, and you have the ability to make people feel what you convey, and that's a gift. I just want you to know that.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to say this one quick thing and then I'm going to run back to chat, right? I love your movement. It is a movement. I love it. I love that all three of y'all are powerful on your own, but that you're encouraging and elevating each other too. Like, I love what you're doing, Word. I know people are going to copy your formula at some point, but like, you brought it here first, taking three heavy hitters and putting y'all together. Even the other day ago, and I don't know if people are recognizing this, the way you guys broke down mind, body, and soul, like each piece was given to the right person, you know? When I think of Tay, I think of the soul. When I think of you, I think of the mind. And when I think of anti, I definitely think of the body, you know? So you guys really, y'all really put some thought into all of this. I don't think people know what's coming because I could just feel it, you know?
Man, if you only knew what we put into what we doing, that's why I understand people don't understand and they don't see the vision out. And it's so humbling that you do, because it do take time out and you do have to observe. Shay Love, what up, sis? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. It takes a lot, and we work hard. Like we goof around and laugh, but it's really, when I say like these are like my sisters. If you see us interact, my wife said that, like, y'all crazy, y'all goofy. My wife be laughing at them. My wife love them. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I mean, what we doing? Like I said, we wanted to be an example too, because it's so much that you can't. And like I was saying, when you put in your mind that you can't trust people, guess what you're not gonna do? You're not gonna have that experience in life. You gonna keep getting people examples of what you desire or what you're thinking, what you're projecting. You're gonna keep getting examples of people you can't trust. I learned that at an early age, and now I understand why it's important to speak nice to yourself. Speak the things that you desire. Focus on.
Mhm.
This is why I tell people your attention is currency. The currency of your attention costs is time. So the more you focus on things you don't desire, the less you go have the things you do. So you have to focus on what you do desire, and the things you don't desire will start fading away because your attention, you're actively looking for what you want. That's something that anyone can observe for themselves. So when I say these things, I'm not trying to sound philosophical. I'm telling you to check it out.
Absolutely, but I just had to get up here and give my little testimony about how when I ran into Tay, the reason why I like Tay so much, is she just stood tall. And that's a reminder to me all the time, no matter what goes down on YouTube. Like, I'm not letting nobody ever run me off, and I'm going to continue to stand tall. So I had to give her those props. I appreciate y'all for always giving us gems. And I'm going to go back to the chat. Bye.
And we appreciate you, sis. We really do. I speak highly of you all the time. You can ask the girls. We really appreciate you. Shout out to Miss 702. Y'all know what it do. Always show Miss 702 some love. Make sure you linked up, got that bell on because when she on, and she out like a thief in the night, just like she was in the chat. She come up here, she dropped the sauce, and she gone. She about that business, she about that action. We appreciate you, Miss 702. And shout out Hey, when she said, look, I'm gonna be honest, right? I ain't go toot my own horn. The girls might say something different, but when we talk about, look, I love me some Tage, right? But when we talk about the mind, body, and soul, I think the one who personifies it the most is anti. Anti about that action. Um, so shout out to the nine, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Oh man, this was a great conversation. This was a real good conversation. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. It's 2 in the morning. Your boy hungry. I'm about to eat this salad. And I got this nice hot juice waiting. But really indulge into that word, anthropomorphism. Because even like I said, research it for yourself. I'm just here to make you aware. I'm here to help bring a little clarity. They told you left. I'm just trying to tell you right. So definitely indulge into that word. Look at the ins and outs because it might mean something different to you. You might see something new, see something that I didn't see. So definitely check that out. But uh, y'all know what I always say, man. I'm gonna cut it. I don't know if we're gonna be back tomorrow. Anti said I had to come on, but um, if it was up to Anti, even though she probably sleep right now, I'd be on every night. And I don't know if I got the stamina right now to do it. The boy got to rest a little bit. I do like 3-4 days. I'm getting old. You know, I do 3-4 days. I'll be like, I need a break. But yeah, it's another subject. I forgot what I wanted to talk about. But I'll probably bring that Wednesday or Thursday. There's a couple shows that I want to do. Um, so I'm working on one now. Then we got the Sunday show. We working on that tomorrow. Um, so yeah, so we talked about adversity. Now we go talk about um, ways to combat it. So from each standpoint, the soul. Tay will talk about how you can emotionally um, combat adversity. I'm gonna talk about how you can mentally, and Anti go cover the action part. Anti about that action, so she go cover the action part of it. So this is something um, that incorporates, the philosophy that I'm teaching. The cycle of completion, allowing each aspect of ourself to complement, so we can get the best results. Right, so we can create, manifest, or act accordingly um, in concessions of our thoughts and emotion. Right, is the combination of emotion and thoughts to produce the actions that are beneficial to us. That's what manifestation is. We manifest all the time. Like I said last night, if you think about like, hey, I want a cup of coffee, and you get up and go get a cup of coffee, you manifested that. You made a thought um, come into reality. You had a desire to have something and you got it. How did you do it? Through the action. So, you gonna manifest regardless. So make sure you're doing it to benefit you. So that's what we do. That's the philosophy of completion. Like I said, it ain't no religion or nothing like that. It's literally a philosophy, a way of life. Anyone can indulge in coming from any aspect of life. It's nothing wrong with understanding and being in control of your emotions. There's nothing wrong with understanding and being in control of your thoughts. And there's nothing wrong with understanding and being in control of your actions. There's nothing wrong with that. And if learning yourself to complete yourself is wrong, then I don't want to be right. Y'all knew that was coming. Y'all knew that was coming. But yeah, that's what we doing, man. We are a better you is a better us. The better we are individually, the better we are collectively. And that's the way of the nine. That's what we believe in. That's what we're pursuing. We all get our unique ways. And guess what? We don't try to be perfect. We don't believe in perfection. We believe in progression, right? Perfection is not gauged until the end result of the creation of whatever's being made. That's when you analyze and understand if something is perfect, is after the creation is done, not in the midst of it. And that's what we are in life. It's not over until it's over. And then once it's over, then they can say if I'm perfect or not. Then I won't even care, right? I won't be here. But I am not going to stop progressing towards that. I'm going to continuously progress towards becoming the best version of myself. And that's through education, motivation, and inspiration, and having fun doing so. That's what we do over here. Education, motivation, inspiration, and we gonna have fun. I'm gonna crack up. I don't want to be right. You feel me, Lady Shay? Brought her back out the class. Brought her back out the raptor. We gonna have fun. We can learn, we can grow, and we can laugh and giggle while we doing it. That's the spirit of love, man. I ain't got nothing bad in me, man. I got all of it out. I expelled it. I promise you I did. And I'm gonna let all this good stuff come out of me. So that's what we gonna do. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna learn some stuff. We're gonna get some other stuff done. Like I said, we got plans, and I'm crazy. I have to try things. I have a big imagination. I don't know if y'all can tell, but yeah, I'm still a kid at heart, and I don't believe something can be done until I see I can't do it. So I have visions. I have a dream like Martin. It ain't big as Martin's, nah, but I need to create or do my part, right? I need to do my part in expanding creation in a positive way, and I believe I can do it, and that's what I'm gonna do. And what I mean by that is, passing along everything that I learned so the next generation is better. That's all we trying to do. The dreams that I have, I'm not gonna be here to see them. It's not a utopia, but it's a world where we can highly function and be beneficial and prosperous. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't taking nothing away from nobody. It's just adding things to people, making people better. The way to change the world is to change the individuals, and if you can change someone's heart and mind, and inspire them with love and compassion, we can make some leaps and bounds. We can be effective and do some things. Right? There's a lot of things that separate us, but there's a lot of things that we have similar. And just focusing on that. But yeah, let me get my butt off here because we get into the slap happy hour, and I think this was a good show. I don't want to mess it up, so let me get my behind off here. But I appreciate everybody. Hey, we rocked out, man. Appreciate everybody who been rocking out with the 9. Y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nation. And if I say anything that resonate with you, do me a favor, hit that share button. Tell somebody to tell somebody. Help me spread the word. But until tomorrow, man, we out.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, heard it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse.
Hey, man, shout out to Miss V and shout out to Commander. Man, y'all making me not want to get off, but I got to go to sleep because, like I said, I'm going to mess the show up. But this is like the Marvel after credits. So the people who stayed and watched, guess what? We doing a giveaway soon, and I'm going to give you another clue. So the people who didn't stay, nana boo boo. And this is the answer. I'm going to just give you a direct answer of what it is. The town that I was born in is called Beaver, right? The town that I lived in is called Aliquippa. The answer is going to be Beaver. So don't get confused. I was born in Beaver County, right? That's where I was born at, Beaver County. So remember that. That's the answer. So the people who didn't stay behind, they ain't going to get it. And I'm going to make this one the highest one. This going to be the highest on the giveaway. So remember, where was I born at? Beaver County. Now, like I said, this gonna be like the Marvel after thing, so people probably ain't even go watch it. So I'm gonna have fun with a little bit with it. So Beaver County, remember Beaver County. Just remember Beaver. If you put Beaver, you win. But if you put County and Aliquippa, you're not gonna win. So just remember it's Beaver. You know, just remember the animal Beaver. Building a dam, Beaver. Like damn, what was it? Beaver. See, damn Beaver associate with one another. So if you can't remember, just remember damn, and then you go remember Beaver, and then you go get the answer right. So remember Beaver. All right, people, I love y'all.